Hey everyone, it's the Snaky back again with another video. Welcome to the new December Undisputed update that everyone was salivating over. Well, some people are salivating over. I've gone beyond the point of salivating over this game now, as you've known from previous videos. But I'm live recording this video, so there's going to be a bit more amming and umming than there normally is. It's probably not going to be up to the commentary quality of my other videos, but bear with me and I'll try and keep the verbal diarrhea and umming and ahhing to a minimum. So I've nicknamed this the body positivity update, and you're going to see why in just a few minutes. I'm going to be playing a career mode fight, a part that I'm currently stuck on at the moment. I've been a bit cheeky and once and twice alt-tabbed out of the game because I feel the game cheats against you a little bit, so I feel it's fair that I can cheat against it by alt-tabbing out before it can save when I've lost. So first of all, let me show you why I call this the body positivity update. So this is my character, very Irishman here, Seamus O'Shea, and he's the guy that I'm taking through the career mode. If I also sound like I've got my two fingers up my nose, it's because I have a bit of a cold at the moment, so again, bear with me on that front. So here's Seamus O'Shea. I have him at the heavyweight division, and Seamus is looking pretty good. He looks like he works out. He looks like he's training for fights, and that's the kind of the look that I wanted. I wanted a broad-shouldered, but not a big blob. Basically, I wanted someone who looked a bit proportionate. Apologies about the beard and the dead eyes there, but the character creator is a little bit limited in this game. So a pretty standard-looking chap. I think he'd fit in any Irish bar around Ireland. And probably on one of those really cringy SNL comedy skits they have over in America. But anyways, why am I calling this the body positivity update? Well, for a few reasons. First of all, let's jump into my career mode. I'll probably get a lot of hate and criticism about my career mode, but look, it is what it is. I changed my mind a few times and a few things to do with my character. But instantly, you'll notice something very interesting about Seamus. Seamus Steamboat O'Shea. Seamus has been hitting the pints and he has been eating well. He's well fed. So after the update, for some bizarre reason, a lot of people's created custom fighters seem to have developed a thicker, what's the correct terminology in 2024, a more full physique than they had previously. So let me just show you my boxer here for a second. I think if I go in to edit my wardrobe, it'll let me, I don't do any of this stuff in the career mode normally. So there you can see Seamus, side by side. I'll put them on the screen here now so you can see a before and after. Seamus has done the reverse Weight Watchers course. And although, I mean, you still wouldn't want to mess with him, he's pretty burly looking. This isn't the look that I was going for, and I think other people have been stung a lot worse. I've seen some custom Mike Tyson created characters, and it pretty much looks like Mike Tyson when he featured in the first Hangover film when he put on all that weight. So that's the first thing. I mean, how in the solitary fuck are they still managing to make mistakes like this? This is a pretty severe thing. Like, if you create a character and you want a character to look a certain way, you don't want to go through your rest of your career looking like having the body shape of Dillian White who hasn't trained for a fight. That's not really what I was going for, but that's what we have. So in terms of what the update was supposed to bring, it was supposed to bring more. What was? Oh yeah. So first of all, let's talk about the really important things. They've added some new songs to the menu, so now there's more music to listen to, which in a way could be a good thing, because personally, if I heard those same few songs again over and over, I was going to have to do something drastic. The same few songs on repeat really gets annoying after a while. But they've added a few new songs, which is super exciting. We got the problem child, Jake Paul. As a boxing fan, I'm not even going to go into that. I'm not going to talk about it because I think it's been talked about to nauseum now at this stage. But the fact that he was a paid boxer in the game and he was out at the front, featured at the front, kind of tells you about the audience that this game is looking to appeal to. But the biggest thing that I was interested in was the punch tracking. So enough of sitting around on the menus here. Let's get into a training camp. I'm going to go to the Santiago gym here because it's the best one I have unlocked at the moment. And I'm just going to run through some training here. I'm going to try, I'm boxing Tommy Morrison. So I'm going to try and fight... I'm going to try and basically stay on my toes and fight him a bit cleverly. Because I've tried fighting him a few times and I've tried different strategies, and basically nothing has worked. I literally spent an entire fight just throwing haymakers at him and it did nothing. Let's go for... Did I do jump rope? No, we'll go for some speed bag again. And then I have to go, what have I got left? I've got 2 left. So let's do some jump rope for some movement speed. I'll do some, actually no, I've got to do some media. And then I can do 2 recoveries. And that should put me fight ready. Okay, it's probably not the best training camp I could have had, but for the sake of the video. So let's jump in. So guys, I'm going to be playing this while I'm talking. So again, if the gameplay isn't as good as it should be, it's because I'm distracted by the talking. And if my commentary isn't as good as it should be, it's because I'm distracted by playing the game. So look, we've seen this a million times before. Here's Tommy Morrison. I don't think they got the likeness down too great on him. They seem to struggle with Tommy Morrison a little bit. He looked okay in Fight Night Champion, but I still didn't think he looked as good as he could. And in this game, there's just something off about him. He doesn't look bad, but I suppose Tommy Morrison's passed away, and they are using probably face scanning from images they have of him. Whatever way they do that, I don't know. But so let's jump in here. Is it a dead pixel on my screen? I think it could be. That's annoying. So let's skip through all this. So I have a belt at the moment. What belt I have, I don't know. There's Chunky Sheamus. He's been hitting the roids, but at the same time eating everything in sight. So he's not making eye contact with them. Tommy Morrison looks dead behind the eyes. Right, let's go. So I'm going to go into loose footwork here. The other issue that I have was I originally tried, my whole idea was I'm an outboxer and I rely on my feet and movement, and it just looks a bit ridiculous now that I've got this, you know, this lumbering oaf around the ring here. It doesn't fit the movement. It looks ridiculous. So let's try, and I don't know what to try with Tommy Morrison, to be honest with you. His power rating in this particular version of the career mode is through the roof. He's got basically maxed out power. So if he hits you with like 3 punches, after like the first round, normally when he wears you down a little bit, it's instant wobble. That's another big gripe that I have. The straight punch still doesn't hit. It just doesn't hit as often as I want it to. Okay, so he's really, you can see there with my block, when I block a punch from him, it just absolutely ruins my block. I've got to try and actually connect with something here now. Right, let's try and get some hooks going. There we go, there's a straight, and then it blocks the left. Real good back and forth between these two fighters. I'm trying a few of those sneaky body punches every so often. And, you know, if you're going for kind of Homer Simpson tactics here, where, you know, you're going to try and tire him out, he does tire out with the new stamina update, the mini fix they did there even before the December update, the small patch. The AI stamina does wear down now, but you'll just still end up wearing down as well. So it really is pointless. And you see Marge Simpson shouting at you from the corner, or from the side of the ring. He's not going to get tired. That was a nice counter there. The stuck in the mud feeling is still very much there. When you get too close to him, you basically, in any boxer, you basically become stuck in the mud, and it becomes very hard to get away from the fighters. See here now, I'm quite stuck in the mud. There you go. So he's just going to town. So within that, I was helpless there to move away from him, and within that punch combination, he basically decimated all my body height. So I don't really know what the tactic is here. Okay, that's the end of the first round. I'm also playing with the sound off, so I didn't get the bell cue there. So let's look at this really insightful. There's a decent first round. You manage to drain a bit of their stamina, and then they look up for it. Going to be tough. Okay, right. I just ignore that, to be honest with you, because most of the time it's just complete muck. So in terms of the punch tracking, let's talk about that. How it feels. I don't notice a huge difference, to be honest with you. And again, I'm not just being negative for negative sake. I really want to like this game. It's the first boxing game we've had in just so long. So I really want to like this. You know, from my previous videos, I was super excited about this, and I want to give it a chance. That's why I keep coming back to it. But something just feels so off with it, and I just can't put my finger on it. Something just does not feel right. Even the head movement, even with, you know, the licensed boxers like Tyson Fury, who has excellent head movement, the movement just does not feel right. The head movement, it's almost pointless using it. I mean, I'm supposed to be fighting as an outside fighter, but with the likes of a character here that's just walking you down, you should be able to outbox him, but he just walks through everything. There's no deterrent for him. There's another straight right. You see, he just nails me to the body then. I'm basically running the whole time, but We need to start winning around. There's another nice punch. But see, then now I'm stuck in the mud, so it's very difficult for me to get out of there. Probably need to start using my my side steps and back steps. But it's just so hard to be a mobile fighter, and it's not helping with my body shape either, because I don't think that matters in this game, your actual physical appearance, if you're super heavy. But in terms of how it looks, it just looks fitness. It's really a mental thing, is that you feel like you're fighting as a fat slob. Trying to get in with those long left hooks to the body, but again, he just whacks me there. Let's try and get it right. There we go. Oh, it's just there's a once you stop throwing punches in the pocket, it feels like you're stuck for like a second before you can start moving again. You never had that problem in Fight Night Champion, and I'm sick and tired of mentioning Fight Night Champion, and I know people are probably sick and tired of me talking about it, but it's just it's a comparable point. Okay, let's keep going and see. Our stamina isn't looking too bad at the moment. We were wearing him down a little bit. The other thing I find as well is that putting combinations together is quite difficult in this game. There again seems to be a bit of a delay with the buttons. I've talked about that problem from the very beginning. It's not a new issue. That's something that we've always had. Hope you like my majestic hobo beard. Oh. As far as I know, that beard colour and hair colour are supposed to be the same, but for whatever reason they don't come out looking that way. The character creator anyways creates some real Mordor, Lord of the Rings looking characters. Oh, I'm not boxing well here now, I'm not concentrating. You kind of need to just stand with them, but you know, moving around like this is very hard to catch the characters with. Go on. Catch them with punches while you're moving. So you kind of need to plant your feet. But then when you plant your feet, you just find you're going to get caught. Especially with the puncher with like maxed out stats like Tommy Morrison here. There we go. That was a nice straight. Oh, there we go. So the second reason I called this the body positivity update was, you can see here, cream cracker me again. That punch didn't even connect with my face, but there you go. So as my fighter goes down, you can see in the back of his head, he seems to have developed, you can see it here when I get up, he's developed some sort of a wart on the back of his head. I'm terrible at this mini game. There we go. It was an easy one. So you can see that wart on the back of his head, or I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, that wasn't there before, but I don't know, maybe they're just going for full-on body positivity. Oh. Okay, let's move back here a little bit and just, as we'd say in Warzone, regain for a second. I've played a few fights as well with the licensed boxers, should I say, and I've noticed that the tracking is pretty much the same. I feel like they released these updates and it's kind of, it doesn't really count for anything. I mean, no, I can't notice any, like I noticed the stamina change when they released that, but I haven't noticed anything major here with tracking. The punches still whiff when they shouldn't. Okay, I see no movement. Keep your head. It's still early. Use the jab. There's no point of using the jab or the straights because they don't do any damage. So we're down. We're down on every card. Maybe we'll try some of this and get back on the fancy footwork again. And as you can see, even though I think I've been relatively conservative with my punches, Tommy Morrison seems to have drained a decent amount of my stamina now. What are we on, round 4? We're halfway through the fight. That's not too bad, I suppose, but it's been worse. We'll start to drain more though. Let's try and stand a bit more in this fight and actually try and win a round. There we go. Get some combinations going. Move again, reset. There we go. Let's try and get a right hand power punch in. A lot of people are just spamming that because the AI doesn't really know how to react to it. There we go. There's a nice right and a left. Of course, that does absolutely no damage to him. It doesn't deter him at all because, you know, of course it doesn't. But if he did that same combination to me, the game would be over now, or the fight would be over rather. Let's try some. Oh, I think we cut him there. Let's try some straight punches. I actually used to love throwing straight punches, but I'll tell you why I don't throw them anymore, because they have zero effect on the opponents in this game. You need to use hooks if you want to do any sort of damage and actually cause the AI any sort of problems or hurt them. We'll try and mix it up a little bit, get that fancy footwork going. Oh, see that slow straight? No good. Now, in fairness, my punch accuracy stats are, you probably noticed that, are down a little bit. I don't even know, is it 70? And people say, well, that's the reason that you're not connecting with punches. Look, as I said, I played with the licensed boxers. I played with the likes of Fury, who has excellent accuracy. And it's the same thing. It's not necessarily to do with the accuracy stats. It's more so to do with the game itself and how it's registering the punches. So we've got him cut here. I think that really is going to mean much, but okay. Another round done. We're starting to wear them down a bit, but they still have a bit of stamina. Okay, so we need to start winning rounds. Okay, we know that. I'm not confident to win this fight, guys. It's a tough fight anyways, but it's artificial kind of difficulty here. His punches just do so much. Oh, should have seen that one coming, and there we go. That's what you do for not paying attention. Tommy Morrison, left hook. Famous for it. What was it? Is he fighting? Yeah, no, that was his right hand. Sorry, I'm not switched on. It's brain fogs. There's that wart again in the back of my head. I don't know where that's come from, but obviously that was a side effect of my transformation, my body transformation. I've been on the. I know I'm training from the Santiago gym at the moment, but it looks like I've been training in the Ben and Jerry's gym. Okay, so let's try and do something here, but I don't think. Again, I'm stuck in the mud. I literally have. I'm using an older Xbox controller because I just find with this game I'm just absolutely hammering every button on my controller, and the analog sticks I have them clicked up so hard, move them so hard, because I feel like your character just doesn't go anywhere. So the aggression AI script is kicking in now. That's where they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you. So I think he got a bit tired there, but let me get my fancy footwork back on. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. But I don't know why I'm celebrating, but that's not going to do anything. Very hard to set your feet and just... I'm using the Tyson Fury punch style. Oh, there we go. Let's go. But he's going to block all this now. Let's try and maneuver into position. Oh. Shit. Okay. What did we do there? We just landed a straight. I don't know, was that a lucky straight right hand? It seems to be wearing down a little bit, but so am I. There we go. A good punch. Oh. Let's go again. So what's my hopes for the future of the game? Well, I definitely think we need more Jake Paul skins and outfits. No, but in reality, I think that they should just leave the boxing roster as it is now, and just focus on. I said this before. Focus on gameplay improvements. Make the punch tracking better again. Focus on having punches that actually register. Focus on improving the AI. The AI still does daft things from time to time. And with the career mode here, if you're releasing another patch, I don't want my boxers their entire body shape to change. Like, I don't want next time them to turn into like a crack addict or something where they lose all their body mass. I'm fairly sure those are standard enough things that the community should expect. There is talks of a new Fight Night game on the horizon from EA, so I'm eagerly anticipating that. But I won't hold my breath, seeing as I was waiting for Half-Life 3 at the Game Awards as well, and that never came. I just think the what's that guy the head guy that the Steel Series Interactive, or Steel City Interactive should I say, Ash Habib. I mean, he must have just gone to town with Turkey Al Sheikh's money. He really must have gone to town with. This video has been recorded the night before. There he goes, a weird arm animation there. This has been recorded the night before the Fury Usyk 2 fight. I hope my boy Fury does it, but as I'm a huge Fury fan, but I just don't know. I think that Usyk is just a generational great. There we go again. Too much talking. Oh. Punches are brutal. Oh, and he gets me again. no answer for this fight. Absolutely no answer for this. It was actually making me look really amateurish as well. But there's just not much that I can do. I think unless you're actually fighting this version of Tommy Morrison yourself and you're playing on the controller, you'd realise how difficult this actually is. Yeah, there's not a hope I'm getting up for this. Oh, come on. Let's improve the old hand-eye coordination. And there we go. So, there you go. Fall flat in my wart. That's the update, guys. I don't really know what else to say about it. I'd like to stay on longer talking a bit about it, but I think there's a lot of other, bigger, more competent YouTubers than me that have pointed out all of the flaws already. And just as my two fingers back to Steel City Interactive, or Steel City Interactive, here's my two fingers to them. I'm going to tab back out of the game, and I'm going to close it out like that. And that's the end of that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I will catch you in the next one. If you have any comments or anything you'd like to suggest for future videos, let me know. Let me know down below. And hopefully my live commentary didn't put you off too much. And I'll catch you in the next video.